Evil Empire, laughing all the way to the...
Alright y'all boys, the wait is finally over. It's time to get back in the lab and start covering one of the most highly requested series on the channel, Solo Leveling. Cause you and me both know that we haven't even scratched the surface when it comes to the best fights in season 2. So this is long overdue. But hey, real quick before we get into the video, make sure you go follow me on Twitch to chop it up with me when I'm live. And go sub up to the second channel for even more content. But anyways, I'm not even gonna waste no more time. We gotta see all the treacherous activities our boy JINWOO is involved in this time. So let's get into it.
I got royalty inside my DNA. I got royalty.
Alright, so we pick up right where we left off after JINWOO saved the gang from Cargo Gon's borderline S-rank dungeon. And it's finally time for him to go get his rank reassessed at the Hunters Association. Cause after this situation that just went down and the Red Gate incident, it's getting harder and harder for JINWOO to hide his true power from the world. And everybody knows we way past the point of just chalking all of this up to coincidence. So JINWOO pulls up to Hunter HQ and links with Chairman Go just to see Tweedledee and Tweedledum already posted up in the hallway, completing the required daily 10 cents of bouncing on, glazing JINWOO for saving both of their guilds, while simultaneously looking to recruit bro since he's all but guaranteed to be Korea's next S-rank hunter. So once they in the testing room, Chairman Go and the test administrator want JINWOO to display his abilities. And JINWOO starts off light, not trying to flex or none for real, only summoning in a couple soldiers in the Shadow Gang. But Unk immediately knew that JINWOO was holding back, cause bro already got the most detailed scouting report from Manager Woo.
Right. Guess the cat's out of the bag at this point.
And Beast Boy and Glasses are just astonished. They can just feel every ounce of JINWOO's aura leaking out of the crevices of that training room door. And they know off rip, the power that JINWOO possesses is bone chilling. So of course after putting on a display like that, JINWOO immediately gets his S-rank license. And it's plastered all over the news as the 10th S-rank hunter in Korean history. So fast forward a little bit, and the time has finally come for JINWOO to re-enter the Demon Castle. Cause if y'all forgot, his main goal is to rescue his mom, who's been being a life support merchant since season 1. And to finally cure her eternal sleep disease, JINWOO's gotta obtain the third and final ingredient so he can craft the ever so elusive elixir of life. So Mans pulls up to the Demon Castle straight flex. Mr. Put That Shit On himself is rocking a brand new iced out VVS Eliante diamond ring with baguettes in the face, no nav, along with his limited edition off-white chrome hearse robe for max style points. And before he can even take a step onto the 75th floor, the system immediately lets JINWOO know that in order to clear the castle, he gonna have to be on that prime Ash Cash type of timing and snatch the soul of the demon monarch, Baran, who's posted up like prime Tim Duncan waiting for him on the 100th floor. So we cut over to a wide angle view of this floor of the Demon Castle just to see it looking like a typical Tuesday night in Chirac. Nothing but death, destruction, murder, mayhem, and madness. And on top of all that, this jumbo-sized Demigorgon is stomping around patrolling the streets. So to get rid of him, JINWOO immediately summons Tusk, activating his Hall of Fame Dimer to throw him the Spear of Avarice with this no-look pass. So Tekashi 69 Tons lets out a mean roar, covering the entire battlefield in Taylor Swift's breath, and this just pisses off Tusk. So Mans wastes no time doing his best Piccolo impression, charging up this laser beam cannon, and like a TV producer just starts airing that shit out, knocking this man's ankles loose, literally, leaving nothing but his size 87 stompers on the concrete. So fast forward a couple days, JINWOO's on the 80th floor, and to move more efficiently, he splits the Shadow Gang into 6 different groups with 2 rules to follow. 1, report to him if they find that level's entry permit, and 2, put anybody walking that's not with the gang on the t-shirt. But he's confused, cause at this point, they've been on the 80th floor for 2 days with no sign of that permit, when all of a sudden, he notices that his mana is being drained slowly. So JINWOO knows it's somebody out there moving deviously, destroying all the shadows. And they possess at least some form of intelligence, cause so far, they've only targeted the weaker squads. And this info lets JINWOO know exactly where they finna strike next. So him and his higher generals go to investigate, just to see that Tank and them boys then got pulled up on by the Chirac demons. face. And they don't even waste no time. Broski did not come to yap, cause he immediately decided to slide on this man like a PowerPoint. Social distancing takes on from the rest of his body before the rest of them boys made light work of the other bears on the squad, legit turning them into Blue Lock Season 2 slideshow animations. So after watching all of this from the shadows, JINWOO cool ass finally decides to deactivate stealth, and fresh off a dub, dogs full of charges at the big drop, D-Block stepper, drip woo, not knowing how outclassed he actually was. And y'all,
Look at this dude.
like the D1 eater you hit up at 1 a.m. cause your main play fell through and you ain't got nothing else better to do, JINWOO is not taking this man seriously, effortlessly weaving all of bro's attacks with his hands in his pockets before saying,
Bing bang, fuck your life!
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
and his two boys see this and they immediately know, oh no, we gotta jump this nigga. But JINWOO ain't even get these boys the chance. Ain't even hit one single melee attack, just straight ult. Stole Blaze's whole flow and said,
1,000 gods!
you know, I've always wondered, do demons like you feel fear?
You're shaking. I guess I have my answer.
So JINWOO and the group leader just get to going at it. And just like me, if I ever got a chance with Saul Rodriguez, he ain't even last 10 seconds. And yes, if anybody asks, I'll watch Peacemaker for the plot. But anyways, JINWOO with the group leader in a full-on Batman chokehold, raising him in the air like Simba, and right before JINWOO can land the killing blow, he stops because he hears a voice, and it doesn't sound like the typical evil demon. So JINWOO rips off the group leader's helmet just to reveal she's actually fine shit, but in demon form. So JINWOO and Shorty just get to chopping it up, and old girl is essentially begging for her life, and JINWOO was just like, wait, hold on, let me get this right. You attack us first, and now you begging for mercy? You know, normally I endorse equal rights and lefts, but I let it slide since you kinda bad though. And yo, this was JINWOO's first mistake, cause little did he know, you let one thing slide, and all of a sudden motherfuckers wanna start ice skating. Cause he didn't even have his back turned for a second. Demon shit immediately up the pole trying to backdoor this man like a little Dirk song. But luckily Tusk does his best LeBron impression, coming out of nowhere to swat that shit to the second row and send her flying. So she starts begging for her life again on hands and knees in the
Duke Dennis, I already told you I surrender.
position, saying that if JINWOO lets her live, she'll give him anything he wants. So JINWOO ends up asking her about the entry permit to the floor since it's been 2 days and he still can't find it. And the demon shorty says the reason for that is because her family has it hidden away in their castle. So in exchange for her life, she can give JINWOO that and help him find the rest of the upper floor permit so he can progress. But before they do, JINWOO walks up to her and says,
Alright, one question though. You're a demon. Can I trust you not to backdoor me?
of course you can. I speak the truth. I never lie to you. And after hearing he struck the fear of God into her with this little mini interrogation, he agrees to her terms as long as he can get the permits. And I don't know about this one, JINWOO. Just like any girl, Shorty's a demon. And demon shit is bound to backdoor you, gang. On me. I'll trust 4-ball tires going 120 miles per hour on the freeway in the pouring rain before I ever trust one of these females again. So it's revealed that Demon Shorty's name is Essel, and before they take off to the castle, JINWOO's trying to get more info, trying to figure out why Essel and her demons ain't in Chirac if they hear voices in their heads telling them to kill humans like Barker did in the Red Gate incident, and what they're even doing here in the first place. But before JINWOO can learn anything too useful, the system causes Essel to tweak out, just like me after seeing the Sydney Sweeney jeans commercial. And she just ends up fainting like she just got hit with a vicious wave of SGA's aura. So with Tusk carrying Essel, her and JINWOO are finally able to pull up to Count Dracula's castle, looking like it's straight out of Castlevania. And off rip, Unc knows JINWOO is not to be fucked around with.
What in the blazes have you allowed into our home, Essel? Are you mad?
And the reason Unc is so spooked is because he can just sense the young nigga Avengers treacherously lurking in JINWOO's shadow, ready to swoop in and slime these boys out like the Kids' Choice Awards at any given moment. So Dracula sticks his guards on JINWOO, but whole time, bro's just standing there all nonchalant, like me when I'm trying to get GTA to load faster, and tells Unc,
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
cause you and me both know how that ends. I'm just here for the floor permits.
Wait, is that seriously all you want?
Yeah, and I'll be borrowing your daughter. We've still got some unfinished business to take care of. Right, Essel.
Yes, Daddy. And hearing this got Unc tighter than T Grizzly's jeans, cause he thinks JINWOO must have hit his daughter with one of the forbidden techniques in the Duke Dennis Kaisenat Best Riz Moments video.
Type shit.
But after explaining he just meant he needs Essel as a guide for the rest of the upper floors, they take off. And with the help of Essel, JINWOO's just grinding through each level of the Demon Castle. Igris, Iron, and the rest of the Shadow Gang are all getting upgrades along the way too. So it's light work, effortlessly getting through all these bosses until they reach the top floor. And yo, the environmental ambience is completely different from anything we've seen so far. No more super bright, burnt, destroyed city ruins with flames covering the horizon as far as the eye can see. But now we're in this cold, desolate, lifelessly rainy wasteland that looks completely abandoned until JINWOO and Essel look up and see this blue glint in the sky. Wait, what is that? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Nah, it's Baran, the demon monarch.
Oh my goodness!
And at this point, I don't know nothing about Baran. But one thing I do know is bro knows how to make an entrance, cause he's out aura farming JINWOO right now, a seemingly impossible feat. Pull-up game was so vicious it summoned the whole Category 5 tornado with lightning strikes. And we slowly pan up to see that this man is in command of the legendary Red Eyes White Dragon. Posted up looking like an absolute Batman villain. Just straight up Morgan JINWOO, pulling a whole Piccolo. And you can just tell Baran's been waiting for this moment his entire life. Nobody's made it far enough in the castle to challenge him before, so I'm already knowing he's been sitting up on the 100th floor bored as hell, with nothing else better to do than sit around and type W's in Kaisenat's chat all day.
Somebody's life, by the way.
But anyways, the sheer amount of bloodlust Baran possesses has Essel in a chokehold. She can't move a muscle. And just like the nerdy kid in class, Baran did his homework on JINWOO. Mans was not gonna be another jujutsu jumping victim. So he gets in his central sea bag and says,
We could go bang for bang.
and summons his very own army of demon soldiers through countless portals, and they just surround JINWOO and Essel. But JINWOO got a trick up his sleeve, and y'all guessed it, oh reliable. He said, oh, y'all trying to go band for band?
Fuck that, we can go M for M.
And by M, I mean domain expansion. Calling forth his army of YNs, and like that old A$AP Ferg song, these boys is on a new level, coming out the gate swinging, already shrouded in that signature dirty Sprite purple glow. And like a backup quarterback, the Shadow Gang did not come to play, making their presence known immediately by catching hella bodies and Tusk Pop's Human Torch ult screaming Supernova! Absolutely incinerating these poor souls by setting the battlefield ablaze. And having a front row seat to the meat swinging contest JINWOO and Baran are having right now, legit got Essel ready to switch teams like KD. Shorty mad confused. She don't know who she wanna rock with. So to even the odds, Baran charges up an Atomic Hawk Tour, spitting it straight up in the air to split the sky like Luffy, creating the Temu version of the Devil's Anus, setting off this massive AoE lightning attack, turning the whole battlefield into a motherfucking rolling loud mosh pit. And y'all, just look at Demon shit right now. She's in mortal danger, legit seeing her life flash before her eyes, and this man JINWOO is nowhere to be found. Instead, bro somewhere out there twiddling with this Peter Whacker in the corner thinking,
how can I save this nigga and still be clean?
And bro, at this point, do I even gotta say it? The aura farming merchant strikes again. JINWOO and Baran are literally having the ultimate aura farm off right in front of our eyes, and we're not even 2 minutes into the fight. And not only did JINWOO wait until the last possible nanosecond to save Essel when she was on the precipice of death, just like Ki-hoon, but this time, Mans made sure she was snuggled up all warm and cozy inside his limited edition off-white Chrome Hearts robe. And just peep Essel, bruh. But anyways, JINWOO realizes off-rip that if Baran starts spamming that move, it's gonna be a problem, cause yeah, he can revive his soldiers, but that's gonna drain his mana fast. So to counter, JINWOO takes off, activating stealth, and dashes up the side of this building like Sonic the Hedgehog trying to sneak, bro. But Baran was just like, dummy, I see right through you, blocking that shit with zero effort before throwing JINWOO to the side like a used condom, and blasting this death laser at him that came stock with a homing missile and is on JINWOO's ass like a pair of briefs. Knowing he's not gonna be able to dodge, JINWOO calls on two of his heavy hitters, Tusk and Igris, who get to moving like Prime, Shaq, and Kobe, blasting that super high fire like a dragon to go band for band with the beam. And Igris, who's just lurking in the shadows waiting for his op, said, bring your ass to the streets. Decapitating Red Eyes White Dragon, causing Baran and its headless body to go tumbling down.
Good boy. Finally decided to come down to the ground with the rest of us, huh? Oh, And sorry about your little pets, but looking up was tiring me out. Come on, Baran. You call yourself the Demon Monarch, but unfortunately for you, real demon home pussy.
So they get back to boxing, and Baran is relentless with the attacks. JINWOO doesn't even have time to pop a mini, throwing some chug splashes, nothing. And knows immediately that this fight is finna be harder than trying to search 7 chests and risky reels. So he said, fuck it, we going cover 0, full on engage 8, sending the blitz at this man. But Baran already made his pre-snap reads and already audible to adjust to the coverage. 200 pumping iron, boom, headshot right to the dome. And Egress tries Euro stepping in, but
oh my goodness, Valentine! Oh no! That's not the shot!
Holy fucking airball! But JINWOO did use this as an opportunity to backdoor Baran. But little did he know, Baran was playing defense from a different court. Blocked. And now JINWOO's just sitting there looking dumber than the niggas who invested in the Hawk to a crypto coin. And this next sequence is just flat out disrespectful. Baran legit pulls this man's cranium like a basketball, hoisting him up like the Larry O'Brien, cocking his sword back, ready to put straight BTA on JINWOO like he was a badass little kid. But before he can make him twins with Ghost/Joe, Iron and Tusk come in with the clutch save, and this is when the jumping commences. JINWOO and Egress stab through both of Baran's arms, while Tusk has him in a full Nelson. But Baran was just like,
no, I ain't doing no wrestling.
Charging up and setting off a mini atomic nuke to send the rest of JINWOO shadow soldiers back to the lobby and completely draining his mana. And at this point, he ain't got no choice. Baran caught the ISO, so JINWOO gotta run the ones. And just to be a capital D for dickhead, Baran reaches into his Minecraft inventory to pull out his very own twin daggers, sending a message. You not like that, little bro, and I'ma prove it by beating you with your own loadout. OMG, the disrespect. And I'ma just tell y'all right now, JINWOO took that personal, cause this next sequence is an absolute masterclass in hand-to-hand combat. JINWOO's out there moving like a man possessed. He's had enough of being outworld in his own show, so he's finna go get it out the mud like a pair of cleats. Especially after thinking about his family, whose voices are playing in his head like,
You've got this! Fight!
Win!
Let that nigga know!
And they're evenly matched until Baran sneaks JINWOO with another atomic hawk to him, causing his daggers to go flying, then booming this man with a high heavy, right before JINWOO can get a hold of both of Baran's arms. So now it's just a battle of strength and attrition. Who's been putting in more work at the gym? And standing at 8'5", 450 pounds, it looks like Baran, but even that wasn't enough. Just like Puka Nakua's girlfriend, man's had to cheat. Baran's just spamming his same attack, trying to blow JINWOO's brains out, until Esso comes in like,
Slay, bitch ass nigga.
distracting Baran with this little love tap to the forehead.
Now's my chance! I'll use all of my strength and combine it with Ruler's hand! That's no! Who the hell do you think I am? Atone for your sins!
Keep God in your life, fuck nigga.
And with that final blow, JINWOO put this man in the ground like a pothole, burying him like the fossil he is, snatching his soul, getting the new ability Shadow Exchange, and finally getting the last ingredient he needs to craft the elixir of life. Oh, and did I mention this motherfucker has a dragon? Nah, I'm just playing. Y'all know I can't end it like that. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, hit that sub button for me, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Make sure you go follow me on Twitch to chop it up with me when I go live, and sub up to the second channel for even more content. If you haven't already, join the Discord to stay updated on everything. All links are gonna be down in the description. And as always, I appreciate the support here on the main channel. I couldn't do none of this without y'all, so thank you. I'm looking to pick back up the momentum and views I had previously after a copyright strike I got back in June essentially shadow banned the channel and kicked me out the algorithm. So make sure y'all boys sub up, cause I'm dropping more peak real soon. We got My Hero releasing weekly again in its final season, and y'all boys already know we gotta finish JJK before the new season drops in January. So expect a video on that real soon too.
So, yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Be smooth.